Maraming salamat po.
Dear Mayor and Vice Mayor, gusto ko din pong magpasalamat sa ating City Councilors sa Sangguniang Barangay 4, ang ating Kalamba Freemasons, ang Boy Scouts of the Philippines, Rotary Club of Metro Calamba, Calamba Lions Club, Calamba City College, 2nd Laguna Veterans District, Knights of Rizal and Kababaihang Rizalista, Laguna College of Business and Arts. At gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa lahat sa inyo dahil nandito kayo ngayon. Sineselebrate po natin ang 136th birthday ni Lolo Vicente. Pwede po ba nating sabihin, Happy Birthday, General Lim? Happy birthday, General Lim! Thank you so much. Feeling ko po kailangan po natin kumanta ng happy birthday, pero mamaya na po. So, magandang umaga po ulit at maraming salamat na ako po ay inyong inimbita para sa ating salo-salo ngayon. We gather to celebrate the life, the ideals, the heroism, the love of Brigadier Vicente P. Lim, my great-grandfather and Filipino hero. Alam niyo po, marami po akong pwedeng sabihin tungkol kay Lolo Vicente. Kagaya ng early discovery of a love so deep for the Philippines when he volunteered as a courier for the guerrilla movement of General Malvar in Calamba. Can you imagine a young kid puffing out his chest at age 14 saying, "Gagawin ko ito para sa aking bansa"? That is how I actually imagine Lolo Vicente. Alam ko po may Boy Scouts of the Philippines tayo dito. Sino po dito ang 14 years old? Hi! Isipin nyo, yun ang ginawa ni Lolo Vicente. At 14 years old, he already volunteered for his nation. Pwede ko din pong pag-usapan ang kanyang pagiging first Filipino graduate of the United States Military Academy in West Point, class of 1914. Pero ang gusto ko pong sabihin dito, hindi lang dahil siya ang first Filipino graduate ng West Point, but because he was a very tough defender of Asian and Filipino heritage, fighting racism head-on as a cadet and later as a member of the U.S. Army because he wanted to make sure that Filipino soldiers got equal pay, equal benefits, and career opportunities for the simple reason that we were all fighting for the same team. We were fighting for world peace and freedom for all. Pwede ko din pong pag-usapan ang kanyang pagiging napakatalinong estudyante. 99% po ang kanyang mathematics. Sa totoo lang, hindi ko po alam kung saan napunta ang kanyang gene na yon kasi wala po talaga akong math abilities. Kaya po ako nasa marketing. Pero pwede ko din pong pag-usapan ang kanyang great sense of predicting the future. In 1929, he wrote a thesis that accurately depicted how the Japanese forces would launch a campaign against American and Filipino forces during World War II in the 1940s. Feeling ko po talaga si Lolo Vicente could see the future and predict the future. He also had a very extensive career as a teacher. First at a public school in Santa Cruz, Manila, then teaching military science and tactics at the Colegio de San Juan de Letran, and later on at the Philippine Military Academy. Sino po dito ang ating mga teacher? Maraming salamat po sa inyong service to the Filipino people. Ganyan din po si Lolo Vicente. He continued to teach his students in the trenches of Bataan and in the guerrilla movement against the Japanese even after he was captured. He was a teacher until the very end, and honestly, he is still my teacher now. Of course, alam din po natin ang kanyang storya sa kanyang pagiging military man. I could talk about how he decided to retire from the U.S. Army to be part of the newly formed Philippine Army, which resulted in lower pay and a crisp goodbye to his full pension due to lack of tenure. He did this not only because he was qualified to aid in the development of the Philippine National Defense System when we were just starting out, but really I feel and believe that Lolo Vicente retired from the U.S. Army because he wanted to serve the Filipino people as a Filipino soldier. And of course, alam ko po na alam natin lahat ang kanyang storya sa pagiging commander of the 41st Division of the United States Army Forces of the Far East, or USAFE, which fiercely defended the Abukay Line and never broke it. They repelled Japanese forces at every turn, giving General MacArthur and the United States time to rebuild and re-strategize. Only in recent years did I learn about a description that was said about Lolo Vicente by General Carlos P. Romulo. Sabi po niya, General Lim is the embodiment of the Philippine Army in Bataan. Ragged, starved, sick unto death, beaten back after hour, but invincible. I then imagined a 14-year-old Lolo Vicente serving as a courier in General Malvar's army, grown into an unstoppable force of nature who built up the confidence and strength of thousands of men, inspired, motivated, and hungry to defend the Philippines and not give up an inch of Bataan for the Japanese. That was Lolo Vicente. Alam niyo po, pwede pong maging isang buong araw tayo mag-uusap tungkol sa lahat ng ginawa ni Lolo Vicente. But we will still not be able to cover every single reason why I am proud to be his great-granddaughter. But if there is one thing that I am most drawn to talk about Lolo Vicente today, ito po ang kanyang pagiging family man. And how fitting it is that we are here at the steps sa ating hagdanan kung saan po nakatayo dati ang kanyang bahay. Growing up, always po akong fascinated na makakita ng mga pictures at kwento tungkol sa buhay ni Lolo Vicente sa army. Yung kanyang mga picture sa article, sa mga monumento, yung 1,000 peso bill, pagpupunta po sa Camp Vicente LIM, pagpupunta po dito. Lahat po nun dahil sa kanyang pagiging military man. But these days, I get more excited when I hear stories and when I see photos of him at his most unguarded moments. Him being with his family. Meron po akong nakitang photo ni Lolo Vicente na nagbabasa ng dyaryo sa family home sa Vito Cruz. A photo of him having a military meeting, pero ang katabi po niya ang kanyang napaka-maganda at napaka-loving na wife na si Pilar. Him teaching his son, my Lolo Ting, to ride a horse. A story of him in Bataan rushing to get to a radio nung nalaman po niya na tatawag po si Lola Pilar at kakausapin po siya ng kanyang anak na babae. Bigla po daw umiyak si Lolo Vicente. The betterment of society and to fight for an equal world. They raised 6 wonderful children who grew up to be patriots and forces of nature in their own right. Panganay po nila si Louie, a chemical engineer. Bobby was a Navy pilot who turned to be a captain as well. Ting, my lolo, was an army man who also studied at West Point and then turned into an agro-industrial specialist. Patricio, a monsignor, a soldier of God and a beloved priest. Laling, who was a marketing guru who really led so many great changes in the business world. And Butchie, an educator, teacher, and really a passionate person who teaches people how to grow. All 6 excelled in their chosen careers and deepened their love and service to the country by inspiring us, the succeeding generations, to do the same. 4th generation LIM na po ako. Bakit ko po ito pinag-uusapan? Dahil alam po natin that patriotism and love for country starts with the family. The values, the principles, and the big fight for our freedom, nag-uumpisa po yan lahat sa tahanan. Dito po nagsimula yon para kay Lolo Vicente. My lolo passed it on to his son, Ting. Ting passed it on to his son, Josemari. And Josemari passed it on to me and my sister, Cara, who is also here with us today. Because we believe that we are here to fight for never-ending freedom. As a newly married person, nabuko na po ako ni counselor kanina. Bagong kasal po ako. I pray that I will be able to instill the wonderful and steadfast values passed on to me so we may raise little limbs that will also protect our future, kagaya po nating lahat. Alam niyo po, I grew up hearing that Lolo Vicente lived by the motto and mantra of duty, honor, and country from military days. And they say na lahat po ng ginawa ni Lolo Vicente, nakasurround lang po doon. Duty, honor, and country. Pero para sa akin, meron pa pong ibang secret sauce si General Lim. Lolo Vicente did that for duty, honor, and country, but more importantly, for love. He was able to accomplish all of this and more because he loved his wife, he loved his family, his children, he loved the soldiers in his division, he loved his country so very much, and he loved the promise of a future where people would be able to stand equal and free. So today I reflect on this big love and ask you to do the same. Lolo Vicente, like thousands of brave men and women, also part, nakita po natin ang ating mga veterans, families earlier, lahat po sila, they fought to the death for our independence so we may live this life and enjoy it. So ano po ba ang gagawin natin with this independence? We may live our lives and enjoy it with the independence that we have by protecting it fiercely, we pay it forward, and we love big. At the end of the day, ang pagmamahal po talaga ang siyang number one priority in life. Thank you so much for having me today. May these little stories about Lolo Vicente inspire us, ignite the flame that is always in us, that the Philippines, the Filipino, you and me, sa totoo lang po, we are all worth fighting for. So let's all pay it forward. Maraming salamat.
A few moments later.
Next to offer is coming from the Boy Scout of the Philippines, Calamba City Council. Boy Scout of the Philippines, Calamba City Council. Next to offer from the Laguna College of Business and Arts. Next to offer is coming from the Knights of Rizal. Together with the kababayan ng Socialista. The Knights of Rizal together with the kababayan ng mga Socialista. Ready na po, next to offer ay yung 2nd Laguna Veterans District. Ready na po, susunod ay ang Rotary Club of Metro Manila. The Rotary Club of Metro Calamba. po, next to offer the Rotary Club of Calamba City.
Ayan guys, matapos na ang programa. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa akin. God bless all.